What is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back with another video to do the NFL Week 8 Beast Picks. Joining me is once again the one and only Rainy 48.
Boom.
Um, yes. So I did pretty good last week. You did good too, but I got the majority on this week. So yeah, overall we're both doing pretty good this year. I don't think there was only like one week where we both were down under 500. So we've had like
And you
double
know what
digit.
sucks more? I would have had 11 wins, but on air I picked the Saints, and in my
Yeah.
pick'em league I picked Denver
You picked Denver, you picked the Saints here, but you picked Denver.
in a pick'em league for money. Yes,
Oh. Well, that's a more important thing for them. You got the money. But yeah,
I changed that also. I changed that pick Thursday night right before the game. So
yeah. But anyway, speaking of the Thursday night football game, we do have the Minnesota Vikings at the LA Rams 8:15 on Amazon.
the Vikings are only a 3-point favorite, and I want to ask if you've seen the rumors going around the last 48 hours.
Someone from the Vikings getting traded.
No, someone's getting traded to the
Oh,
Vikings.
Cooper Kupp. You're talking about Cooper Kupp's, right? Oh,
Nope.
never mind. Then no, I
Apparently, the Vikings, and this is just the Vikings being dumb, are in on Matt Stafford.
but why?
I
Didn't they
Because
have
quite
Sam Darnold?
honestly, I thought Sam Darnold's played pretty damn good. And the rumor has it the Vikings now want in on Matt Stafford, and that was
Isn't
reported
Matt
by a reputable source.
isn't Matt Stafford like 39 now?
37.
Oh.
I looked it up the other day because I thought he was almost 40. Also, I was with you on that until I looked it up,
Oh. Okay, well maybe.
but it
I don't know
still
why they would
doesn't make any
trade for him.
sense.
I don't know why they would trade for him. I think they're doing fine right now with what they
I
have.
think I think they've been doing very good, and you're also going to stunt your first round pick quarterback with JJ McCarthy. So it's just Minnesota being stupid as always.
All
But the
right.
Vikings are a 3-point favorite here,
What
as
do
I
you
believe
think?
they should be.
What are you thinking? Thinking the
I'm
Vikings
thinking the
win?
Vikings win it. I have no faith in the Rams. I've said that time and time again. They only won last week because the Raiders are really, really a bad team. Um, I'm gonna say that they win this one by well more than even 3 points. I'm gonna say it's 31 to 14, Minnesota.
As much as I'd like to come on here and say that the Vikings are going to lose again because I do think I don't think they're as good as a lot of us are giving credit for. But um they are a better team than the Rams. It would be kind of weird if they end up getting Stafford, who's playing them right now. But
Yes.
um yeah, I think the Vikings win. I mean, they almost beat the Lions, who I thought the Lions were going to crush them pretty easily. Um and so yeah, as much as it pains me to say the Vikings are going to win, they probably will win here. I'm going to say I'm gonna give it a I'm gonna give it like a 28-14. I'm gonna give it that for the Vikings. Pretty balanced. We'll
Okay.
see what happens with Cooper Cups, since Cooper Cups is being
I
rumored for
heard he's
trading.
supposed to return. He should be back for this game.
No, but I heard that he might get traded.
But here's the thing: they're not going to trade him before this game. And the only reason I say that is I
Yeah,
feel like if they wait until after this game and he has a very good game, his value just keeps going up, and they're going to get more out of the trade.
yeah, that's possible. For sure. Um, all right. Next, speaking of the division, my Green Bay Packers, 5-2, against the Jacksonville Jaguars at Jacksonville.
Oh, they're not in London. Okay.
Yeah, they're actually not in London. I checked this time to make sure.
Do you want the real shocker here? Green
Tony
Bay is
Khan,
oh
Tony. Tony Khan's going to be at the event.
No, I'm sure he will. He was at Buffalo, or he was in Buffalo for the game.
Oh,
Pisner saw him in Buffalo,
okay.
just walking around the stadium. Had seven security guards and just walking around the stadium. But the Packers are only a 4-point favorite.
Oh, so you think they should be like an 8-point favorite?
I would give them 11 and a half, honestly.
Yeah, I think.
Listen, as much as we trash Jacksonville last week, like as much as we trashed them last week, they did have the benefit I talked about of staying over in London back-to-back games. Now they're coming home, so now you've got to get the jet lag traveling back. I don't care if you're playing at home. You're not a good team. Green Bay's proven to be at least should be a double digit win team at minimum.
Absolutely. Um,
Um,
as
I'm
far
saying Green Bay throttles them. Give me Green Bay 38. Green Bay 38, Jacksonville 3.
Really? Okay, so with the Green Bay Packers, I'm really happy with what they did. Obviously, we're 5-2. We're right up with the third place, mainly because the Lions and the Vikings. We haven't played them we haven't played we only played the Vikings once so far. Even we haven't even played the Bears yet, but I am really happy. Obviously, I think my Packers are obviously going to win, and it will be very great to go 6-2 right before the bye. Um, I got the Packers um winning. I think we're going to destroy them. I do. I think we're also going to destroy them because even though this was the Houston Texans game, even though we did not get a turnover for the first time this season on our defense, and I've talked about this on Beast Picks, on Beast or not Beast, Beast Packers recap episode. I talked about this that CJ Stroud went on to have a career low uh, stat for passing yardage.
82 yards.
86 yards passing and only 19 yards rushing. Even though we didn't get a turnover. So that is unheard of. We contained him. Our defense is amazing. Okay. It is
Your pass defense is amazing.
th this defense is for real. Um, so yeah, I think the Packers beat them pretty easily against Jacksonville. We've beaten the Texans. How do we not beat Jacksonville? I mean, I guess anything can happen, but we should beat them. I gonna go 31-6. I think
Okay.
we beat them pretty easily. Jordan Love's gonna go off. Hopefully doesn't throw some a boneheaded interception because he did have a couple of bad throws in the game that led to two interceptions, which made the game a lot closer than the Texans game should have been. But big ups to Brandon, kicker, our new kicker, who got the walk-off field goal, his first field goal as a Packer. So I'm happy for that. But yeah, go Pack, go. Let's go to 6-2. Let's beat Jacksonville and Jacksonville. Let's get this done.
How pissed off are you that Christian Watson's lost his starting job?
Well, I mean, it's kind of like a spread right now. I mean, we got Romeo, we got Watson, we got
No. On the depth chart,
JD.
he's listed below Dontavion Wicks now.
Well, Dante Whiffs is good too, though.
Yes,
So
but Watson was a second round pick. Dobbs
true.
was a fourth, and Wicks was what, a fifth, a seventh? Like,
Well, yeah, it happens though. I mean, Donald Driver was the seventh round draft pick.
yes, but did you
Greg
draft a
Jennings
second
was a
round?
Greg Jennings was the fifth round.
But did you draft a second rounder the same year?
I would have to actually look up to
That's
make
what I'm
sure.
saying. They were
But
all taken around, I think, in the
but I
same
mean,
year,
when we drafted Donald Driver, we had Antonio Freeman, who was a first round draft pick. We
which gave
had
him time to develop. Donald Driver wasn't immediately phenomenal.
well, yeah, but we didn't know he was. I mean, when you pick a seventh round pick, you're not gonna assume that he's gonna be the starter.
But
You
what I'm
know,
saying is, you wasted a second rounder. I don't trust Christian Watson.
he's a good receiver though. I
Yeah, he's
mean,
great if he gets wide open, just like his college quarterback. Next game,
okay. Um, all right, so we have the Arizona Cardinals at the Miami Dolphins.
the Dolphins are a 3.5 point favorite.
Ye-
Two is expected to be back.
I heard about that, but they haven't really said if he's starting this week because he has not cleared concussion protocol still. So the NFL has to decide that. Um, that being said, if Tua does come back this week, I mean, it might help better, but we still don't know where he's going to be at. He's not wearing the Guardian hat
Guardian.
or Guardian helmet that I guess they can use now. Um, I didn't even realize they could use that thing this year, but apparently they
Yep.
can.
They just paint the decal over the foam. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
You can tell
But
who's who on the field by that, though.
oh yeah, that's true because that's gonna stand out. But yeah, it's an optional thing though. It's not a mandated thing, but I would think that someone who has a concussion history like Tua should be
Might
wearing.
want to.
You'd think so. I mean, I mean, if you have a concussion history, I think they're gonna eventually, and this is not gonna happen until probably like 5 years down the road, but I think eventually they're going to have something where the Guardian helmets are basically if you had like three concussions in your career, they're gonna
And you plan
force
to
you
continue
to
your career.
they're gonna force you to wear them, basically. But right now, because it's new and they just started it, they're making it, not mandatory yet for people, optional for people to have. But nonetheless, in terms of the Dolphins, I don't know if Tua is coming back because again, we have for this week at least because he hasn't cleared precaution protocol yet. But without him, the team has just looked like shit. I mean, um, I think the Cardinals do squeak it out. I'm gonna give it a 20 I'm gonna give it 26-20. I'm gonna give it a 6 point game similar to the Colts game last week, and I'm gonna say that Cardinals win.
Um, it's the factor of what I'm looking at here is the Cardinals have not been good against the run. I'm gonna say that is enough for them to get the game, even if Tua is not gonna play. Um, I'm gonna say the Miami Dolphins get it done in a very tight game. It is 21-18 Miami.
All right, close game. All right, next, New York Jets at the New England Patriots.
The Jets are a 7 point favorite.
Yeah, they should be. They should win this game. They lost to the Steelers, but they did look good in the beginning, but obviously they kind of laid an egg at the middle and end parts of the game. I watched the
How are
game.
you how are you
I
gonna say
thought they
look good though if you're losing to a quarterback who hasn't played all year?
no well, no, I mean Russell Wilson obviously, but it wasn't even really Russell Wilson mostly in that game. I mean,
Russ had a great game,
he didn't have to play his best though in that
but he
game.
played a phenomenal game.
Yeah, he played a good game, but I'm just saying, like, I think again, and you've talked about it. Most people, well, we've talked about it. You really have been on it. Um, the offensive line was the issue because Aaron Rodgers was trying to get balls out, and when they got to the middle part of the game, that's when you started to see Aaron Rodgers just throwing balls that he probably wouldn't have thrown right away because you have the offensive line that is just shit, and you have Watts and you have all the other people there that are doing what they're doing, and the Steelers really took over that game. The defense really took over that game. Um, I don't see the same thing happening with New England Patriots, obviously. Patriots, post Bill Belichick Brady years, they've not been very good. Even without Bill Belichick there, they are still the same Patriots right now that they were with Bill Belichick. And I see the Jets winning the game easily. We're going to probably see a big day for Davante Adams because the Patriots aren't that good of a team. And I think what?
Patriots have one of the best young corners in the league. I would not be putting that money where your mouth is.
I don't know, man. I think Davante and Aaron are going to go off on this one. Um, 2 games in, man, they got a whole week of practice as a team together. I'm going to say the Jets win. I'm going to say it is 28-7. I got the Jets winning.
I'm starting turmoil here.
You think the Patriots?
I'm gonna go with the Pats. The only two good things the Pats are doing on offense right now are running the ball and throwing to the tight end. The two weakest links for the entire defense for the Jets have been stopping the run game and stopping the tight end. Aaron Rodgers looks like a shell of himself. He is not the guy anymore. And that line's,
I still say it's the offensive line.
but it doesn't matter. Even when he's getting time, he's not looking like he's a decisive decision maker. I don't think Rodgers has it. But if the line is that bad, they still have 14 sacks in 7 games. They're averaging 2 sacks minimum a game. I'm going to tell you, they're going to get pressure on Rodgers. They're going to force mistakes. They're going to eke the win out 17-14 New England.
Okay. Um, so next we have the Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland terrible ownership Browns.
Yeah, so fun note. Did you know how much it would cost the Browns in cap space to walk away from Deshaun Watson
This
next
year,
year?
this year,
Next year.
next year, I believe, because I was looking at it, because this year I think it was supposed to be over
200
100
this year's
million.
199 million.
199 million. Next year, I think it goes down to 125 million.
Keep going up.
Oh, it's 150?
Keep going up.
172.
172.
72.
They're never getting out from that contract because even the final year of his deal, I think it's like 120. And
Well,
like,
yeah, because the next 2 years, that would be have to be like I think the third, like the year after that year, where
well,
it
the
wouldn't
year
be
after
as.
that year, he's a free agent, so you just let him walk.
Oh no, he still has 3 more years left in his contract. I think
This year,
this year,
next year, the year
next year,
after.
and
This
then
year's
okay,
part of
but
those three
I'm talking
years.
about the last year of his contract. I don't think it
It's
the cap.
still 100 and it's still over 100 million dead cap to cut him.
Oh my God.
It's over half it's over a third of the cap space to get rid of Deshaun Watson. He's going to be on that roster for the next 3 years, whether anybody likes it or not. That being said, I think it's a closer game than most give credit for because it's not Deshaun Watson under center, but the
Jameis
Ravens are
Winston.
going to pull it out.
Jameis Winston starting. I think.
They haven't officially announced it yet. They said Jameis Winston in the event that Dorian Thompson-Robinson cannot go. He suffered a finger injury in the game last week, but he practiced today. So there's not an official starter for the
They want to start
Browns.
him over Winston.
I mean, at this point, nothing against James Winston, but if you're building for the future and you've got
Well,
DTR
how
for
are you
2 more
building for the
years,
future if you're going to play Deshaun? If you're going to keep Deshaun, because a lot of people are still wondering if they're keeping him or not.
because he's your backup at that point, and you have to keep him. You don't have an option. You can't. I don't think they can feasibly cut him. They would have to cut every player on the team.
Well, I know that. That's what I'm saying. Like you're cut. Like why would you start that guy then?
But because DTR is only in his second year in the league, you're hoping that you've got something with him, and that you can make a play
Yeah,
for.
but if he ends up being good, then they're going to put themselves in a quarterback controversy
There's not
situation.
going to be a quarterback controversy. They have to get somebody good because if not, they're going to draft one next year. Deshaun Watson's not the answer. I think this is it for Deshaun Watson.
But you just said that he's probably going to be on the roster next year.
They can't cut him. They cannot cut him. It's
So
not
you're gonna
feasible.
So you're gonna have him as a you would have him
You
as a backup.
have to have him as a backup. There's not a feasible way to get rid of Deshaun Watson.
I don't know how I would make him a backup next year. I would be
It's
crazy.
not feasible, Frank. It's going to cost over
I
half the
know
cap
it's
to
but
cut
that's
him.
what I'm saying. Like I think they're going to keep him as a starter
But they're
next
not. You. Why would you start him if he sucks? Why are you just going to keep?
because the owner is because the owner there is an idiot
No, the
and
owner doesn't want to admit wrongdoing. But at this point, if you've got somebody if you have DTR who can lead you to victories, you're not going to tell me you're going to go into camp next year
yeah the
knowing that you
owner
can't cut him.
yeah I it's a terrible situation. I agree. The owner sucks.
End of the
Um
day, they're going to look
Plus the
better than they
stadium
did
deal's a
last week.
freaking the stadium deal's a crapshoot and all. But I already made a video about that whole deal.
They're going to look better than they did last week. I'm still taking the Ravens. Ravens win 38-20.
I also think that obviously the Ravens can win. The Browns, they got nothing going for him. Deshaun Watson was horrible. He's not there anymore. Well, he got the injury thing and he's got to hopefully makes a speedy recovery. But Those are one of the worst injuries to have. But nonetheless, the Ravens are a better team with or without him there. It doesn't matter. Ravens are a playoff team. I think they easily beat him in Cleveland. I'm gonna say it's 27-3. I think it's an easy win for the Ravens. Um, so next we have the Philadelphia Eagles at the Cincinnati Bengals, which originally was going to be a later game, but was flexed to 1 o'clock because the Eagles are not a good team.
And this is all you need to know about it. The Bengals are a 2.5 point favorite.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I think, like I said, you said it last week that they're frauds. And while they did beat the Giants suck, so it's really not that much of an accomplishment. I think the Bengals do get it done here. The Bengals are going to start making strides because they are a much better team than the record indicates. Bengals win. I'm going to say it is 24-14. Bengals.
I don't have faith in the Eagles, but I really have no faith in the Bengals. The Bengals' 3 wins this year are against Carolina, the Giants, and the Browns.
Well,
And they,
they almost beat the Ravens, but they screwed up on the snap there.
yes, but they also almost lost to the Brown or to the Giants. So take it for what it's worth. And they almost also lost to the Browns last week.
Yeah.
It was a 1 score game against the Browns and 10 points against the Giants. Um, for what it's worth, I'm going with the Eagles here. It's probably going to be a wrong pick, but I can't in good trust take the Bengals. Give me 24-17 Philadelphia.
All right. Indianapolis Colts at the Houston Texans.
Texans are a 5 point favorite.
Yeah, I think Houston will rebound. I mean, my Packers crushed them pretty hard. CJ Stroud, I think, does get back into a stride. They don't have Joe Flacco at center, so Texans easily probably win this game. Um, I'm gonna say it's 26-14 Texans.
So biggest thing I got to see here. The Colts are allowing on average over 120 yards a game rushing. And even if we don't have a bounce back for CJ Stroud, Joe Mixon's running hot right now.
Oh yeah,
I'm
that's another thing
taking
that Joe Mixon. I forgot to mention about him because Joe Mixon was one of the main reasons why the game was so tight as it was. That's the one thing the defense couldn't stop was the run stop defense on Joe Mix. So that will definitely be a
I'm
factor.
taking the Texans 35, Colts 14.
Yep. All right. Atlanta Falcons at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Fucking Falcons. They're a 2.5 point favorite.
Oh, how?
What do you mean you don't know how?
I think the Bucks are a better team.
Yeah, who are they throwing to?
Mike Evans is still there.
Nope. They lost
Oh.
Mike Evans and Chris Godwin on Monday night.
Oh. So
Godwin's done for the year. Evans is going to face probably a four games out with a hamstring. They don't have a receiver. The top receiver that they have is Jalen McMillan, a rookie, and
well,
Sterling Shepard, who
well
hasn't been seen in 3 years.
the Falcons, they I mean they just they lost 34-14 last week
You're right, but
to Seattle.
the Falcons defense has been strong enough where I think covering absolute no names, they beat Tampa Bay a couple weeks ago with both those guys. Now you give them Tampa Bay without any of the top receivers. I'm going to go with the Falcons still. They need a bounce back. Let's say 42. Let's say 42-13.
Well, I definitely have to agree that they're going to need a receiver, but I think even with Godwin gone and Evans is going to be gone maybe for a couple of weeks, um I still got the Bucks here. I like Baker Mayfield. I still haven't seen enough from the Falcons. They've been inconsistent all season. Um, I know you like the Falcons. I know you got your 11 win team prediction still on this one, but I'm going with the Bucks here. I'm gonna say it's close one, but still, they win. 29-26, Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Next, we have the New Orleans. This is the first four or five game. We have New Orleans Saints at the LA Chargers.
Chargers are a 7-point favorite.
Yeah, they must be on cylinders right now because Harbaugh, got screwed last week. The Chargers got screwed last week by poor officiating. And yeah, the Saints just are kind of don't know where they are right now.
Don't know where
Um,
they are. I know where they are. They're in the infirmary ward. They're all hurt.
yeah.
Did you see the biggest news today?
What happened now? They got another
Alvin
injury.
Kamara has now announced he has a broken right hand. His dominant hand to tuck and carry the ball is broken. How are you going to carry a football with a broken right hand?
I guess carried in your left hand,
I mean, yeah, but it's probably going to cause more fumbles.
unless he does Tiki Barber.
Yeah, but the problem is the biggest part of his allure is being a good receiver, and you're not catching passes in a cast.
Yeah, that's true. Um, yeah, Saints just they're firmity, but they're Chargers, man. They're on Chargers are on off team. I know Harbaugh is trying his best with this team. He's trying to get the most that he can out of this team. But I do think the Chargers will win this game. But you know, Chargers aren't going anywhere. Let's make it perfect clear. Chargers win. I'm gonna say 17-10. Gonna give it to
I
the
hate
Chargers.
everything about this because I don't want to root for the Chargers. But I it can't in good faith say that the Saints will win this. Um, Chargers win 14-10. It's the most boring game of the week.
Low scoring game. All right, 405, second one. Buffalo Bills at the Seattle Seahawks in the 12th man zone.
Bills are only a 3-point favorite, and I say only
It's because of the 12th
because
man. 12th man.
no, Seattle's. I think it's because of the fact Seattle won last week, but Seattle's also in injury problems.
Yeah, they do.
Seattle's number one receiver is most likely not playing this week. DK Metcalf is out with injury.
Yeah. Regardless of that, Buffalo, I think, will win. I mean, the Buffalo Bills, obviously, we talked about Cooper in there. Cooper got a touchdown when he didn't even know the damn route. And the guy had to show him what the route was. And he's
It
going to have
wasn't
more
that he
confidence.
didn't know the route. Did you hear Keon Coleman's explanation?
What did he say?
Keon Coleman said Cooper turned to him and asked if he heard Josh right, and it was indeed the route he needed to run. And Keon said, "Yeah, I was just confirming that was the play call."
Oh,
He didn't say he didn't know the route. He said he just didn't hear the play call, and Keon defended him. He a baller. He knows what he's doing. He knows his route. I don't got to tell him what to run. I just confirmed the play call.
even so, I mean, it was still a great play. It would not even if he didn't know, it would have been
Not
still
even a
great.
great play. You got to give props to the rookie for having his head on straight and going, "Oh shit, okay, yeah, let me help Keon or let me help Amari get ready."
Yeah.
And then what benefited Keon? What was Keon's stats?
What did he get? I wasn't looking
4
at
for 125. Keon had the
125.
day of his career so far.
Oh, that's good. Um, the Bills did win that game pretty easily. I mean, they were putting the brakes on the Titans. I don't know if we're going to necessarily see that with the Seattle Seahawks here because it is in Seattle, but
I
I
do.
I do think the Bills will win, of course. Which I didn't even realize this. Um, Josh Allen, my boy Josh Allen,
Has
okay,
not thrown an interception
throwing an
yet.
interception in this entire season. Which I just think is amazing. I
So
mean,
good. Hold
if he
on.
keeps that going, he's definitely got to be the league MVP. I mean, he's
So
definitely
you
the league MVP at the half point for
you've
sure. 12
got that. I've got a fun stat for the Chiefs game then.
Oh yeah, 6 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Patrick Mahomes.
Nope, not even that stat. We'll talk about it in a minute. Going ahead, I'm going to say Buffalo easily wins this one, like blowout style. I'm going to say they hang.
In the
I'm
12th man.
in the 12th man. You can put 13 men on the field. It ain't going to matter. I'm saying Buffalo goes 48. The Seahawks get 13. The Bills are showing up and showing out.
I think the Bills win. I wouldn't give it that much, but I do think they're going to win. I'm going to give it 31 to 20. I'm going to give the Bills the win 31-20.
Okay.
Bills win big still, though. All right. Next, we have the 425 game. This is the game that flexed the Eagles. Bengals game, the Chicago Bears at the Washington Commanders.
Do you think the NFL's pissed now?
Why? Because they got to keep flip-flopping games?
No, because they flexed it and it's not going to be the matchup they wanted.
Oh.
Jayden
Oh,
Daniels isn't playing, which
yeah.
you should be clicking your heels and shaking your dick about.
Well, I mean, I got Aaron Rodgers.
I'm not saying that. Who's my fantasy quarterback against you?
Oh, yeah. That's right. Who are you starting?
Yeah, my starting quarterback's not in this week, so Jayden Daniels is out. I'm gonna pick Chicago.
Who is the backup
Chicago
quarterback?
is the
Who's the
favorite by
backup?
3 points.
He's the Bears are up 3 points. Who's Jayden Daniels backup quarterback?
Marcus Mariota, I think.
Really? Oh my God. Ah, damn. I really don't want to pick the Bears. Fuck. Would you say
It,
you said the Bears
I'm
are what was your
the
pick? The
Bears are a
Bears
3 point favorite. I'm taking the Bears 24 to 7.
47.
If it's Marcus Mariota, I don't trust that offense to move.
I hate the Bears so much. I think the Bears will win. I'm gonna say 20-17. I'm just gonna give it three. Um,
Can
Bears,
can we
unfortunately.
have a precedent here? Can we do something we've never done?
What?
Can we have two picks of this game?
What do you mean?
So we're picking it as that if Jayden Daniels doesn't play,
We
can we repick
can we
this
do
in the
that?
event?
Can we do
I'm asking you. It's your show.
I've never done that before. Okay, so all right. So for this one time, what we'll do is okay, we'll because we both think do we both agree that Washington would win if Daniels plays?
Yes. So we will take it if Daniels plays and Washington wins, we get it as that. But if he doesn't, we're taking Chicago. Call it that.
Okay, yeah, we'll call it that. Okay, so I'm gonna pick if Daniels if Jayden Daniels plays, I will pick them to win 27-17. If he's not playing, I'll pick the Bears to win or the Commanders to win 27-17 if Jayden Daniels plays. If the Bears are if Daniels isn't playing, and I think the Bears win 20-17.
I'm sticking with what I said on the first score. Um,
For
However,
the
if Jaden
Bears,
Daniels is
if Daniels isn't playing, you think
if
Bears win.
Daniels is playing, I'm going to say Washington 31, Chicago 20.
Okay. And then the Bears, if Daniels isn't playing.
I don't remember what I said, but I think I had like 24 to 10, 24 to 7.
Okay. All right. So next for 25 game, we have the Kansas City Chiefs at the Las Vegas Raiders.
Ready for the wild stat?
What, they have the Raiders winning?
Nope. You're not even going to believe this.
Chiefs 14?
Nope. We are not it has nothing to do with the
Oh.
Vegas odds. We have officially passed as of yesterday, as of recording this, 1 year since Patrick Mahomes has had a football game in which he's thrown 3 or more touchdown passes.
Oh, really?
He has
One year.
not thrown more than 3 touchdown passes in a game since October 22nd of 2023.
Wow. Okay.
And that was even against a very bad team. He did that against,
No
I
three.
believe, against the Chargers.
Yeah. Um, all right, what's the favorites?
The Chiefs are a 10-point favorite.
Yeah, with the Chiefs, it's really weird. They're undefeated, but Patrick Mahomes, like I didn't even realize that. I was like looking up because I wanted to look up what the MVP odds were, and I seen Patrick Mahomes at 6 touchdowns 8 interceptions. I mean, I'm sure he's got some rushing touchdowns too, but
I think he's
um,
only got two.
he got one last week.
They've
I know that.
they've not been good.
Like, but they're undefeated. I'm like, what?
ESPN actually put an article out today about how it might be okay to drop Patrick Mahomes in fantasy football. When did we ever think we'd see that?
Never. Um, yeah, man, I can't believe it. Can't I think the Chiefs will win because the Raiders suck, but it's just I'm just really surprised. Chiefs win 21-10 against the Raiders. That's what I'm picking, but I can't believe this.
Um, I'm going with the Chiefs as well, but I'll tell you this: if I were a betting man, and I am, I'm taking the Raiders and the points because I don't think the Chiefs have found a good way of breaking free from teams. If Mahomes doesn't throw 3 touchdowns this week, we have a Mahomes problem. I'm gonna say the Chiefs win it 20-14. It's 6 points. That's it. It's not pretty. It's bad. And I don't like everybody's excited after today. They acquired DeAndre Hopkins. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
think
on.
it'll make a difference.
They got DeAndre Hopkins, which might help my fantasy league, but
But I don't think it will make a difference. Like, what is he gonna do? What has he done all year? He's had one game with more than 5 receptions out of 7 games so far. He's kind of washed too.
but
Yeah,
that's
it's
Titans are
ugly.
bad. Titans are a bad team though, so that's also another issue.
Yeah, but
Um,
it's the same situation they're in with Travis Kelsey. If he's the only player you got to worry about and you can key in on him, he's still not going to do anything.
yeah. All right. Next, we have the Panthers at the Broncos 425 game.
Broncos are a 10-point favorite. Do you know why?
Because they're starting Bryce Young.
They have to start Bryce Young due to Andy Dalton being in a car accident. But yes,
Yeah.
um,
Which
I'm
we
taking.
hope he's okay.
He's okay. It sounded like it was more nicks and bumps than anything. It sounded like it was more body pains. I don't know if you've ever been in a car accident.
No.
I when I was in mine in February, it was like I walked away with only a scratch on my head and a scratch on my hand, and I had just lingering
Well,
body
I
pain.
should say not a head-on collision, but actually no, actually I was. There was one I wasn't actually. Take that
Yeah,
back.
how
But it
sore
wasn't
was
a
your
serious
body?
because I didn't get any injury or
But
anything.
how sore was your body in general for weeks after?
It it was there was nothing wrong because I didn't get the bulk of it.
Oh,
So
the airbag hit me
yeah, see the
as a
airbag didn't come
driver.
off, so it wasn't as
Airbag
like
hit
that.
me as a driver, and I was in pain for close to 6 weeks, like
Yeah.
joint pain, body pain. Like
Yeah,
I can
I
tell you
think
right
it
now,
also yeah, that's the thing. You got the worst of it. I think it just depends on where gets hit and where and how much the impact is.
but I'm telling you right now, if he's the driver, I would have never played a contact football game 5 days removed. So I get why he's not playing.
Yeah.
Um, Denver's going to slap him. Bo
Yep.
Nix is starting to look very confident. The team is winning with no wide receiver help. I can't say that. Fourth round rookie Troy Franklin is finally turning it on. Very excited about that.
Yeah.
Um, I'm saying Denver pulls it off 31-7.
I also think the Broncos win this game because again, the Panthers are dysfunctional. I mean, let's face it, if Andy Dalton was playing this game, they probably still lose. It would probably be better competitively, but they would probably still lose the game because just everything around the team is horrible. Outside of him and maybe one receiver in there. Um,
There's no bye teams this week.
I I guess not.
I just saw that. There's not a single team in a bye this week.
Yep. Um, but yeah, the Broncos with Young there, unless Young does something tremendous in his weeks of being benched, I think they win pretty easily. I think it's 34-7. Broncos easily win. Like you said, Bo Nix has played a little better, and obviously Panthers, like we said, not a good team. It's going to just make the stats even better for him. I think the Broncos easily win.
And I've got
Um,
the Broncos defense against you in our league.
that I gotta beat you this week. I have yet to beat you in fantasy league, and I am trying everything to make sure I win this game. I have held only one game this year where I was not over 100 points. There was a lot of very winnable games I could have won
Yeah,
this
you know
year.
what actually makes me, you know what makes me sick? You know what makes me sick for the fact that you're in eighth place? Do you know how many or where you are in terms of points scored?
I think I'm like in second. Yeah.
Second overall in terms of points scored.
That's
You're
why I'm
just ahead of
pissed
me.
because I'm like I'm so better than what the record indicates. Like it's such bull. Like there's so many times where I got screwed. And I'm just like, God damn it all. How did this happen? Um, so yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not happy about it. Anyways,
Anyhow, on to Sunday Night Football.
yeah. Um, next we have the Dallas Cowboys at the San Francisco 49ers.
I've got a real problem here. The Niners are a 4-point favorite.
Yeah, oh, well, you think the Cowboys are gonna win?
The Niners are also in the same boat that the Bucks are. They've lost a lot of receiving help. Brandon
True,
Ayuk's
but the
done for the
Dallas
year.
Cowboys just suck.
Yeah, but I mean, there's only so much you can expect if somebody's that messed up. And I really do think that we're looking at Dallas is going to pull off the upset here.
So you're getting
27-21 Cowboys, and I hate that I just said that.
21 you said 21
27-21.
27. Oh my God. Okay. I don't think the Cowboys are going to win this game. 49ers are banged up, but I still think they are in better shape than the Dallas Cowboys are. The Dallas Cowboys have looked like shit. Like they've just looked like crap. They got bum. They got just literally shit hammered by the Detroit Lions just a couple of weeks ago. Shit hammered.
I've never heard that term.
They got shit hammered by the freaking Detroit Lions, and the Lions weren't even trying.
Frank, what did they get?
They got shit hammered. You're gonna meme that now. 49ers win easily. I think it is gonna be 31-17. I think the 49ers easily get it done here.
All right, let's get
All
shit
right.
hammered here.
All right. So the final one, which is this is the Monday Night Football game. We just did the
Who chose this game?
Sunday Night Football game. They did at the beginning of the season, or whenever Roger Goodell did when the May started, or when they started
Hey,
doing
you want another fun fact real quick?
what's up?
I found out that the Giants head coach Brian Dable was never supposed to coach for the Giants.
Well, I thought that was the whole thing with what was his name that thought he was getting the job. Wasn't that the whole issue?
No, so before I think it was Brendan Taylor or whoever was the Chargers coach before they fired him for Harbaugh. That was supposed to be Brian Dable's job. A coworker of mine knows Brian Dable, former coworker now. Um, they play at the same country club, and Dable just like disclosed to him, I had a contract written up and it just needed to be signed. The Chargers forced their GM to sign somebody else because the GM of the Chargers and Brian Dable went to high school together.
Huh.
Forced him to sign somebody else because the Bills continued through the playoffs and were concerned that Dable would screw them. So they went another direction. Or else Brian Dable would be the coach of the Chargers at the moment.
Well, we don't know that for sure because obviously the butterfly effect. He might have gotten fired sooner. Who
I
knows?
don't think so. I don't think so. I think he would have coached that team better than they had.
Hmm. But anyways, Monday Night Football. We still got the Brian Dable, New Jersey, New York Giants versus the Pittsburgh Steelers at Pittsburgh.
In Heinz Field, the home of the ketchup, and they are 6.5 point favorites.
With a catch.
Sorry, it's not even Heinz Field anymore. I hate that. It's Acusure Stadium.
No, it's because Heinz got they lost the sponsor. They lost that sponsorship money.
They should
Uh
have squeezed some more tomatoes.
yep. But anyways, yeah, I think the Steelers do win this game pretty easily. The New Jersey Giants have looked like shit. And I mean, it's they don't know what they're doing. I mean, Daniel Jones, I mean, he hasn't looked really good. They got rid of Saquon Barkley
They
and they
did
just
bench him last week.
well, yeah, and then what else they got? What else do they got after that?
Drew Lock.
Okay, so not good.
I mean,
Um,
Drew. I think Drew Lock still has a chance. If I'm the Giants, I'm testing Drew Lock. He's still young.
we'll see. But I don't think they're
Regardless,
any
I think
good
you're
against
right.
the
Pittsburgh wins this
Steelers
by a lot.
defense. Russell Wilson had a good game, as you said earlier, and I think it's only hopefully get better for him. Um,
And Najee Harris looks great with a competent quarterback.
yeah, and that helped my fantasy league, by the way.
Yeah, that was the one I swore you about. I don't want to talk about it.
Wait, wait, what?
When you drafted him, I swore at you about that. I was
Oh yeah,
pissed.
yeah. You were mad that I got him, but yeah, I mean, helped me. I mean, -5 fantasy points for the for the Jets defense there. Um, but anyways, yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers 34 to uh 16. I
I'm going to
think
go
Steelers
Steelers as well. 28-10.
28-10. And as we said early, or you said early in this, no bye teams this week. We forgot to mention that last week, but I did write down on the description for anybody who didn't know the Bears and the Cowboys were on a bye last week. But nonetheless, that is the all the games for week
8.
8. Was there any also before we go because we did watch Hawks Oxen, but is there any other trades that we don't know about that there might be coming, or if there's any trade
Um,
finalizes?
so the Titans actually made 2 trades today beyond just the DeAndre Hopkins trade, which is probably the first time I've seen it in a couple of years. They acquired linebacker Ernest Jones the fourth from the Rams at the end of the offseason or end of the preseason, and they immediately have now traded him to Seattle. So the Bills will play that. Is that a first?
What?
Would
What do you
that be a first? That a player plays against us the same team back to back weeks on different. No, no, because Devontae Adams just did it. Actually,
Oh, he did?
Devontae Adams' last 2 games was a loss to the Steelers and a loss to the Steelers.
Oh, well, wait, but he didn't play his last game as a Raider though.
You're
He
not
was
wrong. Okay, you're correct. So then yeah, maybe this is a first. Um, because Ernest Jones got traded to Seattle, who will see Buffalo on Sunday, and just played for Tennessee, who saw Buffalo last Sunday.
all right. Well, that's interesting. That's an interesting note. But yeah,
I'm full of
anyway,
facts today.
yeah, fun facts we got bringing up here. Yeah, guys, make sure to comment, rate. If you're listening to Spotify, make sure to check out channel on it its entirety if you haven't seen
Follow
the
us, subscribe.
yes, always subscribe or on the website. Um and yeah, guys, make sure to shout out Nikki Two Scoops over here. I know you gonna pluck up the two scoops.
It's 2 scoops. As Gary keeps saying, it might not be summer and you might think ice cream season's over. But as my
Ice cream
wife
season's
says,
never over.
it's just ice cream season with a sweater now. So
Um and I know you got your
shout out Kyle at Chicken Dipping. Best way to eat chicken wings or anything else. A friend of mine actually uses them for his sons. They take French toast sticks and they put syrup in it. So it's the best way to cover your French toast sticks. They're very multi-purpose. And shout out to Jeanette at the beauty parlor as well.
and also if you are interested in chicken wings reviews on quality chicken wings, Kyle himself does his Spread Those Wings show on the Tiki Production YouTube channel as well. Um, I've made a couple of cameos on there in the past as well. We did the wing eating contest one time. If you guys haven't seen that one yet, that one was a classic in itself. But nonetheless, really good wing reviews. He does a lot of great wing reviews, and if you're in the Buffalo, Rochester area, I mean, he's done a lot of great reviews on there
I've
for the
gone as
Vikings.
far south as Key West for wings.
Bucks.
We did Key West in Florida. Yeah, that was they were very bad. I wouldn't
So you've even done stuff out of state too. So
a couple times.
yeah,
I've done Pennsylvania. I've done Florida a couple times. On our taco show once, Heather did Nashville for tacos. Yeah, we travel. We're
yeah,
foodies.
yeah. So yeah, guys, make sure to check that out. But yeah, um, that's it for the video. The prediction, the Beast Picks prediction, rate, all that good stuff as usual. I am the S Ultimate Goku. He is the Reigning 48. We're out of here. Peace. Stop.